How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews, back with unboxing. A little unboxing, you know, nothing like a little beer unboxing to get you a little excited about stuff that you are, going to drink eventually. A lot of times you don't know what's inside. I prefer not to know what's inside, but I know exactly what's inside of here, and I'm super excited to just drink the shit out of this beer because I've been waiting 9 years for this unboxing. So yeah, let's just crack into it. Open it up, see what we have going on inside here. I'm like a kid in a candy store. I'm gonna tell you that. I don't seem that excited, only because it's a relief. This this box actually traveled all the way from Italy. So it is been me kind of. Let's see what we got going on here. I don't know how this is actually packaged. So I think it's got a nice kind of cooler thing going on here. Maybe we'll go this way. It seems like it wants to come out this way. There we go. Okay. So what do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4 beers. Would you look at that? 4 pretty ladies all in a row. There's a big fat label on the front of this saying it cannot be resold. Hopefully this label peels off. I don't think it's going to peel off well, though. Oh, no. That'd be 1. That'd be 2. That'd be 3. And that'd be 4. I won't rip the label off this one, not to ruin it, but yeah. You have no idea how excited I am to try these beers. Those who have watched my channel know that I am 100% through and through a Thomas Hardy certified junkie. It is a beer that is near and dear to my heart. It is my favorite beer by far in the world. And yeah, about 2008 was the last time it was made. 2008 was the last time it was made, and few years after that, several years after that, a company called Interbrow from Italy. It was a pair of brothers, I believe. It was Sandro and Miguel Viajaro. I'm probably butchering that. Own Interbrow. Interbrow is like, you want to view it as a small kind of like umbrella company for breweries. I don't want to lump them in with like AB and Bevan and stuff like that, but a company that kind of, oversees a lot of the beer that is brewed and distributed in their region and stuff like that. And they love this beer, and then they decided to bring it back, so they actually bought the recipe from O'Hanlon's. The recipe has jumped around from time to time. Pretty much when, wow, I can't believe I'm blanking on it, but it was O'Hanlon's Brewery was the last one that did it. What was the one before that? Oh, man, I can't believe I'm blanking on it, because I know. Anyway, they bought the recipe, and they started test matching it. I want to say about late 2014, maybe early 2015, and went through a couple different batches, and then finally started producing it. Yeah, they started kind of throwing it out there. I haven't seen it in the States. Sans a couple trades. A friend of mine actually had some from one of my old friends, and he said it was, it was Thomas Hardy Ale, but I've been coveting it. I've been wanting it for quite a while, and it hasn't been around. And then had some acquaintances of mine go over to Copenhagen, I believe it was Denmark, and I guess it was in Sweden and Denmark. It's all over the place. And actually, I had somebody write me saying, I know you love Thomas Hardy Ale. Let's set something up, and it kind of fell through, so I was kind of bummed. But I was lucky enough to actually end up talking with the with the social media rep. I don't know if it was actually people that are in control of it or whatnot, but they said, you know what, we're going to be launching in the States, in 2017 at some point in time, but we can get you some first, some early, so you can see what's what. So thanks, Interbrow. Thanks everybody at Thomas Hardy for sending this off. Super excited to review these. These are going to go into the refrigerator and probably be consumed relatively quickly. At least both are. They're two different. We have what they call their version of the base beer, which is your Thomas Hardy Ale. Brewed in England, they're actually brewing it Meantime Brewing, contracting it there. And it sounds kind of weird because you'd be like, oh, they're making it, contracting it out. They can brew it wherever they want, but they want it to be brewed in England, so that's why they're doing it at Meantime, which is pretty freaking cool. On the back here, it actually says, on the base one, it says, Thomas Hardy Ale is first produced in 1968. Thomas Hardy Ale is a barley wine produced just once a year with annual vintages in limited quantities. Some specimens of this rare bottle-consisted classic have been kept for at least 25 years, maturing in flavor like fine wine to discover how to store and taste at its best. And it says visit the website thomashardiesale.com. Interbrow SBA, Villafranca, Pana, Italy. Batch best before. See bottle. Yeah, I don't think there is a best before date for these. I've done quite a few Hardy reviews. The oldest one I think I did might have been late 80s, early 90s. If you want to see one of the best ones, go to Terry K and check out his beer review of I believe it might have been the original, it might have been a 68 or a 70s Hardy. It was an absolutely beautiful review and a great person to do it. So yeah, that's the base version. Over here we actually have what they call the historical ale, which is actually cool because it comes in the old school style. These are both the similar, because you can see these bottles actually very straight neck. This has kind of a bulbous neck on it. But you can see these are kind of traditional in size and style of the original Thomas Hardy ones. These wouldn't look exactly the same size. But this one's in a cool little nipper, we call them, sizing, and it is aged in 6 months in Hein cognac oak barrels. Now you'd be like, oh wow, cognac barrels, that's fantastic, and it is. But again, to go the extra mile at Interbrow, what they did was they actually found a cognac that was brewed, one of the best cognacs, apparently. I'm not a cognac expert, but what I've read, because I read about Thomas Hardy Ale so much, is that this Hein cognac, and cognac's kind of like champagne, it has come from a specific cognac region of, I believe it's France, and it probably says it on here. The guy who created this was born in the same town as Thomas Hardy. So that goes to show you the effort they're putting into it. It says the trumpeter Major Hardy wrote of Dorchestershire's strong beer. It is one of the most beautiful color in an eye of an artist. It looks like artisan beer could desire. Full in body, yet brisk as a volcano pigment. Yeah, it's hard to read because there's scripting on here. Yet another twang, luminous in autumn. Anyway, it goes about the original vintage. This is actually a 2016 bottle I just noticed on here. These 16s or 17s? These are 16s, nice. Because I noticed it started bottle in 17. On the back here it says, and this goes into the cool thing about this. It goes, first brewed in 1968, Thomas Hardy Ale is a barley wine that improves the taste and aroma over the years. Okay, red wines. Okay, here we go. One improves the years. Maturing in flavor like fine red wines. In 2015, a small quantity of Thomas Hardy Ale was left to rest for more than 6 months in oak barrels, just like the first vintage. This is our Thomas Hardy Ale, the historical ale. The result of barrel aging is even more multifaceted, and complex barley wine, and even more multifaceted, complex barley wine, sweet, sour, and spicy aromas. And that's the thing that's cool about it, is that a lot of people, think about barrel aging in beer. A lot of beers were barrel aged back in the day. Thomas Hardy's first batch was actually what people have been told, what I've been told, and what I've read was originally in brandy barrels. So it's just cool to see not just the beer come back. I love that. I love that the beer's back. It's one of my favorite. I'm going to drink one of these. I'm probably going to say it's delicious, because I can't help myself. But at the same time, I'm kind of thinking it might need a little bit of time. But at the same time, what was I going to say? To see them go as far as to, brew it in England, and then find barrels that are made in cognac that was made by this person who was born in the same town as Thomas Hardy. It's just cool. I just think the whole concept is cool, that it's coming back in a kind of the way they're going about it. So anyway, that's me rambling way too long for a 4 beer unboxing, but you have no idea how giddy I am for this. So yeah, Hopefully you guys enjoyed this unboxing as much as I did. Hopefully you enjoy me reviewing these, and hopefully you guys enjoy it when this hits your area. Like I said, I've been told these are going to hit in 2017, so when they find a distributor, I'm sure they will hit the market, and yeah, go get them, because this is a king of kings. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the unboxing. Hopefully you enjoyed all that stuff I just said, and hopefully see you next time. Cheers.